Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. We're grateful to have you all watching with us. Give me just a second so I can welcome those who need Spanish interpretation onto the conference call. Buenas tardes, gracias por estar aquí con nosotros en otro foro comunitario 3 en punto con SOC. Como siempre, ustedes pueden escuchar el programa en español a través de una llamada de conferencia. Y el número que hay que marcar va a aparecer aquí en la pantalla y es 646-749-3122 y el código para entrar es 779-328-221 y ahí aparece en la pantalla. Thank you for giving me that second just to make sure folks can get access to Spanish language interpretation. We do that simultaneously to make sure everybody can access the information that we share. In addition to that, these videos are always on our Facebook or YouTube pages. So if you aren't able to be with us at 3 o'clock at the top of the hour, you can watch these videos at any time later on in the day or another day whenever you are able to. So please just remember, if you see a topic that was interesting to you or want to go back and look at something that you remember from another forum that we had, these videos will stay on our Facebook page and will stay on our YouTube page. So you can always access those in English or in Spanish. I'm Gabe Charles. I am the Civic Engagement Manager at Southside Organizing Center, and I've got Carlos on production. So glad to have my team with me. And I just want to remind everybody that we are available to you all in all the ways except in person. We are still not working in person as an organization to make sure that we keep staff and our loved ones safe. But you can reach us in a number of ways if you need access to any information or any support or you have any questions. So you can call us. You can call us at 414-672-8090. You can email us at soc@socmilwaukee.org, or you can visit our website that has tons of information for all of you at socmilwaukee.org. And we have all that information for you. We are accessible to you all for whatever you may need. And we also ask that you fill out the SOC survey that we have for you all. The link is always in the comments, but this survey allows us to know what you all want to hear about. So if there's a certain topic that you don't think has been touched on in the community, or if there's something that you think people should know about, you can share that with us in the survey. You can also give us feedback, let us know what we're doing well, let us know what we can improve on. This forum is for all of you, so whatever information you want to share with us, any feedback is 100% welcome, and we love to get that feedback to make this forum as good for you all as it can be. As I mentioned earlier, we are still working virtually. We are not doing any work in person, and that is why you don't see me wearing a mask right now. So we're doing all of our work from home, but if we were at the office, you would absolutely see us wearing a mask to adhere to the mask mandate to make sure we're keeping each other safe, and especially those that we live with in our household. So if you are working out in the world, we hope that you are all wearing a mask whenever you are going to be around other people. We know that we've seen these numbers. We've been hearing about the spikes. It's ridiculous what's happening in Wisconsin. So let's just make sure we're wearing our masks and do whatever we can to stay home when possible. I would love to see who's here with us today. I can see how many are watching, but I can't see who. So give us a like, give us a heart, give us a smiley face, a hello, whatever you want to give us to let us know that you're here watching with us. And feel free to comment throughout the time of the forum. We love to hear from you all. We love to hear your questions. And just seeing a smiley face is always uplifting in the comments. So go ahead and do that. I also just want to share a disclaimer that the views and opinions shared today do not necessarily reflect those of SOC. There are certain things that we can talk about, certain things we can't. I don't think we'll get into anything too political today, but we always have to share that disclaimer for everybody to just know that we want to make sure everyone has the ability to share their opinion and their voice on this program. And with that, I do just want to announce that today is Civic Day. So we'll be talking about some updates from the election and some of the lawsuits that have been filed by the Trump campaign. But we're also going to be talking with Emmett Gross from HRI, from Housing Resources Incorporated, who is going to let us know some resources that they have for community members. Tomorrow, we're going to be learning about resources for teen parents with Lakeisha Watts from Essentially Empowered. Wednesday, we're going to be talking with Marisabel Cabrera on our Spanish Forum Day, who is the state representative of Wisconsin, just won her reelection campaign. Thursday is COVID Day, and we're going to have Marlena Jackson, who's the Interim Commissioner of Public Health at the Public Health Department in Milwaukee. And then Friday, we're going to have Vaughn Mays and Taylor Moses on with us, who are both community organizers. So we look forward to all of these guests that we'll have on this week. It's going to be packed full of information for all of you. So definitely tune in to those different forum days we have for all of you. So with that, I will welcome on Emmett to let us know what's going on, what's an update from HRI. We would love to hear about it. Hello.
Thank you. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing good. Excited to get an opportunity to talk a little bit more about the program and make sure people are aware of the help that's available out here for people.
Yeah, so go ahead, go right into it. Why don't you let us know who you are and what you do with HRI, and then go right into what you have to let us know today.
Sure. My name is Emmett Gross. I am the post-purchase coordinator with Housing Resources. That means that I work with anybody that owns a home. That includes a lot of things: refinancing, foreclosure prevention, equity counseling. But the big thing that we're really pushing right now is our COVID foreclosure rescue program. And what that does is provides direct financial assistance in the form of mortgage payments directly to mortgage companies for people who have fallen behind on their payments because of a COVID-related issue. And that can cover up to 6 months worth of mortgage payments going back to March of this year. So it's a really good program. There's a lot of money that can be available to help people to get caught back up on their mortgage if they've fallen behind because of a COVID-related issue. The big thing that we're making a push on now, and we want people to understand, is that the deadline to apply is December 18th. So that's only about a month away. So we really want to encourage anybody that is thinking about applying or thinks that they might be eligible or knows somebody that they think might be eligible. Really, now is the time to get that process started, because the application process does take a little bit of time, and we don't want anybody to get shut out. So we need people to really start to, if they're thinking about applying, now is the time that you want to do it. You really don't want to wait. There's not much time to wait to apply.
Yeah, and why don't you just tell us quick, what are some of the things that would make someone eligible?
Sure. So the biggest thing is you have to be a homeowner and a owner occupant. So you have to live in the home that you're applying for. You have to be on the title to the home. It has to be within Milwaukee County. You have to have fallen behind because of a COVID-related issue, and that can be a lot of different things. It can be, reduction in hours, layoff, business closing. We get a lot of people that were running their own business and saw that their business, their income decreased. Or it can be, we get a lot of people that had to leave their job because their kids aren't going to school and they have to be home to look after their kids. That's all those issues can be considered COVID related and can make you eligible for the program. There's also some income requirements. You have to be under a certain amount to qualify, and all those numbers are listed on our website. But the big things is be a homeowner, be in Milwaukee County, and have been affected because of COVID.
Awesome, thank you for that specification about what could make someone eligible. And then what would the application process look like for people? What kind of documents would they have to have, just to give people an idea of what it would look like?
Sure. So it's a 2-part application process. The first part is a 5-question screener process. It just sees if you meet the basic eligibility qualifications. So the things we just talked about in Milwaukee County, homeowner, meet the income requirements, that type of stuff. If you're eligible for after that step, then you go through the full application. There's a few more questions that are asked, some income and expense questions. And then there are a few documents that we ask for. Those documents include ID, because we're doing everything virtual. We just need some documentation that you are who you say you are, and your
Mhm.
address matches the ID. We need the most current mortgage statement, because we need to know how much money you need to get caught back up on the mortgage, and where for us to send that money. We send the money directly to the mortgage company, so we need that information. Um, we ask for some kind of documentation about the hardship, so that can be, a layoff letter, a letter from the schools saying that the kids are going to be doing virtual learning, application for unemployment, something like that. And then there's a few other forms, sort of our just standard intake forms that we ask people fill out as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I just find that it's a little less intimidating for people to start looking into things if they know what to expect in the application process. So
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, and it's an important thing too, if you think you're going to apply, to start to look to get those documents together, because in a lot of cases, that's the most time consuming
Right.
the part, is getting those documents, or something might be outdated or not complete, and we have to go back and forth to get it. So, yeah, if you're thinking about applying, take a little time and start to get those things together. It just makes it a lot smoother and a lot quicker. And we try to keep the documentation requirement to the absolute minimum that we could, um, so that we don't put too much of a burden on people that are trying to apply.
Right. And is there any cost associated with these resources with this program?
No, no, everything is free. It's funded primarily through CARES Act money, so that's federal money that's being administered through the county, and we're the ones that are running the program. So there's no application fee, there's no cost, and also the nice thing about it is any money that you get out of the program never needs to be paid back. It's not added to your mortgage. It's not rolled into the end of the mortgage. Nothing like that. It's a straight grant. So there's no cost, there's no strings attached really to the money, if you qualify.
Excellent. And is the application available in Spanish? And are there Spanish language and is there Spanish information language on your website?
Um, there is. We do also have two Spanish speaking people that man our call center, and
Okay,
they help uh, with the language in application, and they also have translated quite a bit of the materials, so they can help with that too. Um,
great.
the call number for our hotline is 414-369-6914, and you can speak to somebody there if you need to speak with someone who speaks Spanish. That's the number to call, and they'll help you through.
Great. That's always important for our viewers to see that they can call and be able to speak to someone in Spanish. So we appreciate that. Um, these are really important programs given what everyone is going through at this time with the pandemic. So we appreciate you coming on to share this information with us. I want everyone to keep in mind that this information does get posted into our comments. So the website, the phone number, all of that is in the comment section. And I see that you just sent the number again over chat. So we'll make sure
Yep.
that gets into the comments. Let me just make sure there are no questions from people and say hello quick to those who said hi. Hola Maria de Jesus, Diana, thanks for saying hi. Looks like we don't have any questions, so I will just go ahead and ask for any last thoughts you want to share with us and our viewers, and then thank you for
Um,
being on with us.
yeah, I mean, like the biggest thing, like I opened with, is keep in mind there is a deadline, and that deadline is coming up soon. So
Yeah.
if you think that you might qualify, or you think about doing an application, start working on it now, because we don't want to have somebody that may have qualified, get cut off on the deadline. That's the worst thing that we can have happen. So, you know, um,
Mhm.
get on that as soon as possible. If you have questions, or you're unsure, or you feel intimidated about it, call the hotline. We have staff there 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, that help people with the application process, help walk people through getting the documents. If you're having trouble uploading the documents, we can help with that too. So don't let the technological aspect of it be a barrier or an intimidating factor. We have ways to help you with that. But definitely start the process because we're going to run out of time if we take too long.
Yeah. Yeah, is there any hope of it getting extended, the deadline, or is it pretty solid for the 18th?
It seems to be pretty solid.
Okay,
We hope that it might get pushed out, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
cool. Well, thank you so very much for this information. I know it's going to be helpful to folks who are facing hardship during this time. So thank you for your time. Thanks for coming on to explain it. And we'll probably have you on again at some point very soon.
Yeah, I'm be happy to come back and talk again about it. It's, like you said, we want to get the word out. We want to get as many people as much help as possible because it's not a common opportunity where we have the chance just to give out money, and so we want to make sure
Right.
we can give as much of that money away as absolutely possible. So yeah,
Yeah, the times that you would get money without strings attached are few and far between. So this is
yeah,
really great. This is
yeah,
the kind of support and aid we like to see for our community members.
yeah. This is the kind of stuff that we're always arguing that we need, and now
Mhm.
that we have it, we want to make sure as many people as possible can take advantage of it.
Thank you. All right, Emmett. Well, thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity again. I hope to be back soon.
For sure. Bye bye. We thank Emmett for being on with us to share that vital information with us. Again, if you have any questions about that process, you can call the hotline that appears in the comments, or you can reach out to us and we can make sure to get you connected to someone from HRI, Housing Resources, Inc. And with that, I just then want to share a quick video that Marlene prepared for us that gives information about getting the flu shot and why it's especially important during this pandemic.
Clearly in the Southern Hemisphere, they've seen their flu season start up and then sort of peter out, largely because the important mitigation steps of wearing face coverings or masks, social distancing, washing your hands, being smart about crowds, they're not specific for COVID. They're going to work for any respiratory virus. This could be one of the worst seasons we've had from a public health perspective with COVID and flu coming together. But it also could be one of the best flu seasons we've had. A bad flu season can really put certain hospitals into a medical stress situation. COVID obviously has that potential. We saw it in New York. You get them both happening at the same time, it does have the potential to stress and overwhelm certain health systems. We still have less than 50% of adults embracing the flu vaccine. My goal this year is to see if we can get that up to at least 65%. We're not defenseless against this COVID virus. We have powerful weapons. It's really a simple mask. That coupled with smart social distancing, hand washing, and being smart about crowds, and now coupled with getting the flu vaccine, each American can do their part to be part of the solution.
Thank you for that video, Marlene. Again, we are seeing an insane amount of spiking happening with this coronavirus pandemic, and we should be doing everything that we can to curb it from continuing to grow. So please wear your masks. Please don't have your holiday gatherings with your families. I know how much that will hurt, but it is not worth seeing one of your family members get sick. If you have not talked to health workers in the last couple of weeks, if you have not talked to any other essential workers that are putting themselves on the line every day, definitely look up what those experiences are like for them, because it is not pretty and it is not worth getting sick over to have a gathering at your house where people aren't wearing masks or haven't gotten tested to make sure they're negative. So I'll leave it at that, but please protect yourselves, protect each other. We can't see these numbers continue to grow and not continue to experience loss. And I know many people have been touched by loss during this time. So please stay safe, please wear your mask, please social distance, stay home whenever you're able. And I just want to then go over some election updates. So for those who haven't seen, I'm just going to share what the numbers look like right now. We can see that Biden has 306 electoral votes to Trump's 232. He has been declared the winner of this election. And yet Trump continues to file lawsuits to fight that people have declared Biden winner, and those are happening all over the states, especially in the states that are striped. Those are swing states. So trying to file lawsuits to reverse whatever declared winner has been declared. And many of those lawsuits have already been thrown out by judges or withdrawn voluntarily by the people who filed them. Underneath the electoral votes, you can see the percentage of the total popular votes and the total number of popular votes. So you see Biden has 50.9% of the votes, which is 78 million, let's say about 78 million, and Trump is at 73 million. So Biden does have a significant lead. And within each state, Biden, the swing states that are striped, in Georgia, Biden has a 14,000 vote lead. In Arizona, a 10,000 vote lead. In Pennsylvania, a 70,000 vote lead. In Wisconsin, a 20,000 vote lead. And in Michigan, 147,000. So those are the current leads in those swing states where the majority of the lawsuits are being filed. And there was a significant lawsuit in Wisconsin that was going to be heard in the next couple of days that was also withdrawn. The voters that brought the lawsuit, decided to dismiss it, decided to withdraw it earlier this morning, actually. So there is not a major lawsuit right now happening in Wisconsin, but there is still the possibility of a recount. So in the process of certifying the election results has already been underway. So by tomorrow, each county has to provide certified results. And then the official results will come out by December 1st from the Wisconsin Election Commission as a whole. So right now, the certified results are coming out county by county from their specific election commissions, and then the Wisconsin Election Commission as a whole will come out with official results by December 1st after they verify the certified results that came out county by county. So I'm just going to share a video from the Wisconsin Election Commission administrator who talks about what a recount would look like in Wisconsin if the lead by one presidential candidate is less than 1 percentage point, which it is, somebody can request a recount. So that's what Megan Wolf will explain, who is the Wisconsin Election Commission's administrator.
And the last topic I'd like to cover is recounts. According to the unofficial results gathered from our 72 county clerks' websites, the margin of victory between the top two presidential candidates is 20,470 votes, or 0.62%, and that makes that race eligible for a recount. Because the margin is more than 0.25%, the requesting candidate must prepay the estimated costs at the time of filing a recount, if one were to be filed. A candidate cannot request a recount until after the last county has reported its certified results to the state. The deadline for certified results is November 17th, and for presidential recounts, the candidate has just 1 day to file for a recount. And I have to apologize too. Yesterday, I misspoke. The Wisconsin legislature changed this deadline from 3 days to 1 following the 2016 presidential recount. If a recount is filed, we would provide a cost estimate, and the candidate would be required to pay the estimated cost upon filing. Once this happened, The Wisconsin Elections Commission would then order a recount. From there, the county election officials would have essentially 13 days to complete the recount and to submit the certified recount results to the commission. The commission would then certify the election based on the results of the recount. So while no recount has been requested at this point, our office is always preparing. So right now we're actively preparing for that possibility, and we're going to continue to coordinate with Wisconsin's 72 counties and clerks who would be primarily responsible in the event of a recount.
So that gives a little bit of an explanation about what a recount would look like in Wisconsin. As she mentioned, there is 1 day after the certified results are provided by the counties for whichever side to request a recount. So that means tomorrow is the deadline for certified results by county, and then there will be 1 more day for anyone to file for a recount based on those certified results. So we will know very soon if Wisconsin will have a recount. And then I also want to share with you all the meetings that are coming up this week, as I always do. So we had this morning at 9 a.m. a Bronzeville Advisory Committee meeting, and at 1:30 a Judiciary and Legislation Committee meeting. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. there'll be a Zoning, Neighborhoods, and Development Committee meeting, as well as a Finance and Personnel Committee meeting at 1:30 p.m. Then Wednesday at 10 a.m. there's an Ambulance Service Board meeting and a Millennial Task Force meeting. On Thursday at 10 a.m. there's a Black Male Achievement Advisory Council meeting, as well as a Community Collaborative Commission meeting at 1 p.m. Then Thursday afternoon at 4:30 there'll be a Fire and Police Commission meeting, the public one being at 5:30. And then also on the 21st, there is a Fire and Police Commission special meeting scheduled. And I also just want to go through with you all real quick again how you can access that schedule that I just showed all of you. So I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what that looks like. So here we are at the city.milwaukee.gov. All you have to do is city.milwaukee.gov. And this is the page that shows up. Oops, it didn't. So here we are at the city channel. You scroll down, and I can zoom in a little bit so y'all can see better. So you scroll down, and then there's these different options. So you got live stream 1, live stream 2, the archive, and then search and view archived meetings of the Common Council. This is where I always go through. It's the Legistar, just to get the schedule. So I have it set to come up for what's coming up this week, but you can do a number of different ways. It can be last month, last week, this month, this week, next month, next week. You know, there's a bunch of different options for what you can do. And then it shows up, the schedule shows up for everybody. And over here on the right side, you can see meeting details, which takes you to another page that will have any documentation that goes along with the meeting. And then it also shows the agenda. And then for certain meetings, you can see that there's this e-comment option. So if you click that, it will take you to a portal where you can comment on some sort of resolution or communication that's being presented at that specific meeting. So if there's e-comment available, they're seeking public input. So this is a cool way to see what kinds of resolutions or communications are being, where public communication or public opinion is being asked of people. So again, that's just a pretty easy way to do it. If I go back to this page and I click the city channel, that's where it takes me to the live meetings that are happening. And so you can see there's one happening now. A lot of times there's replays happening, but you can see the schedule over here to the right as well. So that's just some cool ways for you all to get involved in these local politics, of especially the meetings that I talk about, so that you can see them yourself firsthand. Let me see if anyone else has said hi during this time. Again, all of this information is in the comment section for you all to see. Looks like it's just a lot of information in the comments for everybody. Yep. So with that, then I just want to, again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. We're here to answer any questions that you might have. We're thankful that Emmett Gross was able to come on with us today to talk about those different resources that is available through HRI. If you have any trouble paying your mortgage right now and are facing foreclosure, please reach out to us or to HRI for that information. They can help pay your mortgage without any strings attached. Also remember that tomorrow we're going to learn about resources for teen parents with Lakeisha Watts from Essentially Empowered. Then Wednesday for our Spanish forum, we're going to be talking with State Representative Maricela Cabrera, who just won her re-election to her state representative position. Thursday is COVID Day, and we'll be talking with the Interim Commissioner of Public Health, Marlena Jackson. And then Friday, we'll be talking with Vaughn Mays and Taylor Moses, who are community organizers and activists in Milwaukee, specifically with the Community Task Force of Milwaukee. So we've got a great week for you. Please, again, remember to stay safe, stay home whenever possible, wear a mask every time you leave the house. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody who has faced loss during this time, who has experienced illness. Our hearts go out to all of you, and we hope that all of you stay safe. And with that, I will leave you all with a video thanking our funders and thanking you all.
Hello, SOC viewers. I'm Isabel from the Polonia neighborhood and 2020 graduate from Zablocki Elementary. We would like to thank everyone for supporting our 3 o'clock with SOC live show and for completing our SOC survey. In addition to thanking our residents for tuning in and sharing our show, we would also like to thank the following sponsors: Wisconsin Voices, Community Development Block Grants, Neo Philanthropy State Infrastructure Fund, Movement Voter Project, Catholic Campaign for Human Development, Zilber Foundation, City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention, Tides Foundation, City of Milwaukee Promise Zones, all the faithful individuals who support SOC through their personal donations. Thank you.